Welcome, friends, to another episode of Good News here on WCCO. We pull together the feel-good community pieces all in one place for you to enjoy for just a few minutes of that good news. Okay, well, from our hometown airport to passengers, MSP is being called the least stressful airport in America. Mozio is a company that connects travelers to travel companies, and they made that ranking right there. They say MSP got the title because it has one of the highest on-time departures. Parking is on the lower end, about $30 a day, and it's just 20 minutes from the state capital. Coming in right behind MSP was Phoenix, Sky Harbor, and then San Francisco International for being pretty chill airports. The most stressful, they said Chicago O'Hare, and then both of the New York airports, LaGuardia and JFK. But a change is coming to MSP. Frankie McClister talked to some flight attendants working to preserve history amidst the changes at Sun Country Airlines.
In January 2026, one of Sun Country's original flight attendants heard something that hit hard.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
In a $1.5 billion deal, Allegiant would take over the Minnesota-based carrier.
I asked the president, Mr. Clinton, I said, would you like to finish my puzzle?
Which had been in operation since 1982, started by a group of crew members from the former Braniff International Airways.
To know that our brand is going to disappear, it was devastating. It really was. I just don't know how to put it in words.
Maggie Hill retired in 2022 after working in the skies since the airline's first flight.
And then we slipped to something a little more lightweight.
Her, Jen, who's a current flight attendant of 9 years, and Karen, who was previously in corporate for 22 years, all came together with an idea around the pandemic.
We feel like we are giving a gift to everybody who's ever flown Sun Country or worked for Sun Country.
That idea, now a book, discussing their beloved airline's success story.
The employees of Sun Country held the airline together.
The three say much of who Sun Country is can be thanked to one of its founding pilots, Jim Olson.
Jim would always say, that's one for the book.
Olson passed away in early 2026. WCCO spoke with his family when he was inducted to the Minnesota Aviation Hall of Fame just weeks ago.
He's a great character. Loved his airline. They did whatever they could to keep the costs down, and then pass that on to the customers.
Went through bankruptcies and, 9/11.
And despite times changing for the airline again,
Sun Country is the people that work there, and that's not going to go away.
Frankie McClister.
It's the Minnesotans.
WCCO News.
The merger with Allegiant is expected to close in the second half of 2026. They'll eventually take on the Allegiant name. Photojournalists Ray Campos and Adam Dexter show us a new way to float down the Mississippi River this summer.
Floating downriver in Minnesota usually means canoes, kayaks, maybe a fishing boat or two.
We love the water. We love getting out on the water. We love boating. We love it all.
But for Matt Witt,
I lived in Seattle for a little bit and then visited Seattle a lot. Seattle has a few different hot tub boat companies, so I tried out the idea there. Loved it. It was a really cool experience. I just thought it was an awesome idea, and I was like, man, this would totally work in Minneapolis.
the approval from Minneapolis Parks and Rec means the idea of bringing hot tub boats is reality.
Did have to do some convincing. It's a new idea, so as many people hear it, they're like, what is that? And the city was no different.
In the location, Boom Island Park.
Eventually landed here because it's a beautiful view of downtown. You get kind of a great mixture of nature and then also the urban landscape as well.
Witt's company, Minnesota Hot Tub Boats, will offer 90-minute rides where the journey is slow, about 5 miles per hour. Each boat will fit around 6 people.
It's an involved process from our staff to make sure that the customers are comfortable and everybody's safe out there.
Witt hopes to launch Memorial Day weekend and is already seeing bookings.
There's a lot of excitement. It looks like the summer's gearing up to be good, but I've already also had some booking requests for the fall and the cooler months.
The floating attraction will run until November, where Witt says watercraft can operate to temperatures just above 20 degrees, giving the rest of us an extended season for boating.
I think the hot tub boat will do a good job at expanding that season a little more. Now you can get out, even when it's still kind of cold, you can still get out on the water.
With photojournalist Ray Campos, Adam Dexter, WCCO News.
Bookings are open now. 90-minute rentals start at $300. Again, the company is called Minnesota Hot Tub Boats. We wanted to share an update on our friends from the Elk River culinary team. They competed on the national stage, and we are happy to report that they came in 9th place out of 48 teams from across the country. In case you're not familiar, the culinary competition that these high schoolers do has teams prepare a 3-course meal in 60 minutes, but they do it without running water or electricity. These student chefs prepared luxurious meals, including seared steelhead trout, a pan-roasted lamb loin, and for dessert, a raspberry orange curd, plus all the sides and fixins for each course, of course. 9th in the country, super impressive. We are proud of you. Bon appetit, Elk River. Minnesota native Taylor Heise has quickly become superstar to the next generation of skaters. WCCO kid reporter Mara reports with an assist from her mom, our own Heather Brown.
She is a 2-time PWHL champion. She grew up in Lake City, Minnesota. She comes from a family of basketball players.
It's pretty cool to watch your hero practice.
When she played on the Gophers, she was number 9.
And what is number 9?
My number.
But it's even cooler to meet her.
Give me a hug. How are you? Good?
And share your 4th grade essay about why she's the best.
That's why I chose Taylor Heise as my American hero.
Look at you. You could be a writer one day, too.
Yeah.
But today's task was to ask the tough questions.
Did you like winning the PWHL championship or winning gold?
Who set me up for this? I would say both are very special, but my ultimate dream in life was to win a gold medal at the Olympics. So I would have to say that's probably the most special.
Are you good at basketball?
I'm not bad. I'll tell you that.
What's your favorite pregame meal?
Ooh, this is dynamic. I will have 3 pancakes, an egg, and orange juice.
Who did you admire growing up?
Ooh, I admired a lot of people, but I really admired my mom. She really pushed me to be better, and I think for me, she always was there to support me when things went wrong, but also push me, whether that be shooting more pucks or getting better in the classroom, reading more books, and I just think that she did a lot for me and really just helped me to be a better person.
Wait, I just want to make sure you heard that right.
I did.
Taylor gets it that most young skaters today.
I started playing hockey on a co-ed team outside, so we didn't have an indoor rink where I grew up.
Won't remember a time without a professional women's hockey team.
What advice would you give? Wait, do you have for young players?
It's a good question. I would say the advice that I have for a young player would be to find things that you love to do. I think it's really important to have other sports and other hobbies outside of hockey because hockey might not always make you happy, and it's really important to, have friends and to have hobbies.
Which led us straight to the perfect final question.
What is it? Do you want me to read it? Yeah. So you don't have to say it? Will you be my friend? Duh, girl. I'm excited I got to meet you. This is amazing.
Yes, that was amazing. Way to go, Mara. You nailed it. From children's theater to The Wiz and even Wicked, the story of the Wizard of Oz regularly pops up. So why is the 100-year-old plus story still so popular? Good question.
You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
And we're still seeking Oz 88 years after the movie, 125 years after the book. The story keeps unfolding in all kinds of forms. Seems the gravity of the film is hard to deny. You're smiling already.
I'm so excited. I love musicals. I'm a sucker for a musical.
At the Lagoon Theater in Uptown, Jessica Christensen is bracing herself for a viewing of Wicked.
Everyone, I have an announcement.
Oz is a place she's connected with for a long time. Why do you think people resonate so much with the Wizard of Oz story?
It takes you out of your everyday life and gives you a little relief and a break from the day-to-day monotony of how everything is in the world.
Escape to Oz.
Escape to Oz, yeah.
And she's on to something. I feel like I've found the wizard. You're the Oz expert, right here in Minnesota.
Well, thank you.
Jack Zipes, a retired University of Minnesota professor, actually wrote the introductions to the newer editions of the Wizard of Oz book by L. Frank Baum, originally published in 1900.
I was overwhelmed by his great imagination, his commitment to utopia. I've been intrigued by the type of compassion that he has for humanity.
What is it about the story of Oz that keeps pulling us back in?
To Oz? To Oz.
Story of Oz exposes, to a certain extent, what is lacking in America and most countries in the world, to share things instead of compete.
Friendship is central.
Yes, definitely. They all have weaknesses, they're very kind with one another. They share their ideas, they help one another, they're not violent, actually help poor people wherever they go.
He also points to the unique depiction of good
All you do is follow the yellow brick road.
and evil.
I'll get you, my pretty.
The two nasty witches are done away with by themselves. They're not killed.
Oh, good point.
They blow themselves up, or in other words, evil does itself in.
Professor Zeik says it's also a story of self-discovery. As Dorothy's friends realize their weaknesses, they show each other their strengths.
People have to live in a compassionate way with one another. And that's what Baum was all about.
So does Oz show us how it could be?
Oh, definitely. It's the opposite of the way we live. And I think it gives us hope.
Hope and joy.
Any of us could be Dorothy and just like picked up in a twister someday and end up in this magical world. It's just a fun thing to like think about.
And a profound one, too.
The utopian hope that we need in this day and age, because we are faced with a great deal of evil.
So we need Oz.
Yes, definitely.
We need this story.
Definitely. I'd like to go there.
Right? Same.
Because of the wonderful things he does.
That'll do it for another episode of Good News on WCCO. You can find us on YouTube or by joining us live on TV on Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. on WCCO. Or you can always stream us anywhere, anytime. CBS News, Minnesota.